Hi, my name is Kimberly. I've been a nurse for 5 years. I started with my associate's degree and then I earned my bachelor's. I also have my CCRN and working towards my master's. Um, the 5 years of nursing has all been in an ICU. I first started out in cardiac, then I went to neuro, and currently I work in a medical ICU. Aside from working in a hospital, I also teach clinicals for first year nursing students. I spent, and all these clinicals are on a med surg unit. So I feel like I'm learning a lot because there are a lot of things that I am exposed to that I don't get to see in my own unit. Aside from that, I also work for a cardiologist. I work in his office 1 day a week. I provide moderate sedation, monitoring the patient during a procedure. These procedures are usually angiograms or sometimes with interventions. So aside from that, I feel like I've gotten a pretty well-rounded experience in nursing. My experience with evidence-based, I've never really put a lot of thought into it until, every time I'm in school, I always had to, write posts with research. And then the more I spend doing it, I realize how much my job is based on evidence. Um, from, from delirium prevention to sedation vacation, during discharge when we're making sure the patients had appropriate medication on board when they have core measures like strokes or heart attacks or heart failure. All those things are driven by evidence. So, like I said, don't spend a lot of time thinking about it, but when you do stop and think about it, we do a lot that is evidence based, and it's not just a hospital trying to make us create more work for us. Uh, for school wise, I took a very similar course during working on my bachelor's as this course, similar to us having to critique an article. I had to critique an article, break it apart, talk about, just going to depth of, what was good about the article, what was not, going from, so every aspect of it. It was a very difficult class. I'm not very good at abstract thinking. So I think that's part of the reason why I had such a difficult time in that class. Part of the reason why I have such a difficult time with Jean Watson's theory, because of the fact that she is very abstract. Areas of interest for my possible capstone. My big interest is in education. There are a couple of aspects I've been putting some thought into. One area is sleep apnea. There are so many complications from people being not diagnosed or not using their CPAP machine. I also am interested in weight loss, to look at if counseling helps with weight loss. And then also, I'm also interested in looking at something like palliative, because palliative is the area I would like to go into once graduating from with my master's degree, is to see if during the palliative phase, providing counseling for the family helps with the grieving process. So there are some areas that I am interested in. I don't know how well it can be formatted into a research, but I'm hoping that you'll be able to help me with that. My personal goal for this course is to learn as much as I can about evidence based. I recognize how important it is. It is the basis of everything I do at work. But not only that, I think it's important that I should be able to read an article and be able to critique it critically and understand that, what goes into the article, what goes into these research. I'm personally not interested in research, but who never knows what happens 10 years down the road. Personal information about myself. Let's see. I was born in Korea. I lived in an orphanage. I was put in an orphanage when I was 8 years old. I lived there for 9 months. And then I was adopted into an American family. The family I was adopted into, they continue adopting a lot of children. So I have like 23 siblings. So that's like one thing about me that's sort of unique. Most people don't have 23 siblings. Um, so I look forward to this class. I look forward to learning from all of you, reading your posts, and any feedback to help me get a better understanding of what I'm trying to learn is greatly appreciated. Thank you.